What's going on, YouTube? I'm Pogiforce. This is my hat. I'm trying to get my bird in the picture. There he is. There's my bird.
Oh, this is yours.
Over there. There's the bird. We have a Kaijudo match today, but before I get into that, we had a 10-man tournament today at Comic Kings, and that was really exciting. It's probably one of the biggest turnouts we've had without some sort of special promotion going on. $2 entry fee. $5 entry fee gets you a entry fee gets you a Rise booster pack going in. My booster was terrible.
So was mine.
Amber's booster was terrible too. Speaking of which, Amber top 4'd today. So kudos to Amber, she did really well. I did not top 4.
Because of the Blurple.
Yes.
Much sadness. Yeah, because of the Blurple. So yeah, I'm kind of expressing a little concern here because of our top 4 competitors, 3 of them were running blue-black control. And between the 4 of them, there were 11 Hydra Medusas between the 4 decks. So I've built, since then, a dragon deck. I've built a green-blue-black that did poorly. We've built Rush. We've tried Rush against it. It didn't do well. We've tried so many different decks against blue-black, and they just can't compete. And we had 3 blue-blacks in top 4. CVH went... I'm not going to tell you how he went, because he has a match with Amber, and that would be spoilers if I said how he went. But...
Yeah.
He had 6 matches against Blurple decks today. By the end of the day... No, 4, you're right. 4 matches. I got my numbers all wrong. But he had 4 matches against Blurple decks today. And by the end of the day, he was tired of Blurple, and he would not play against it anymore. And I understand how he feels, because when there is only one competitive deck... I mean, that's the reason why I don't play Pokemon personally, because there's the Mewtwo Darkrai deck, and that's pretty much the deck right now. But at least Pokemon has a counter meta deck. There's a deck that counters the Darkrai Mewtwo. We have yet to discover a deck that counters blue-black control. This is kind of a reach out to Wizards here. I'm really concerned here because right now the meta has evolved to a point, at least in our area, where blue-black is the ultimate deck, and there was absolutely nothing that can compete with it. I was running blue-black-red, and I still didn't top 4. I lost to Blurples. My 2 losses today were both to Blurple decks. Blurple is just such a good build. Blue-black control, or blue-purple control is so good right now. And with OP looming around the corner, we got that announcement on the 13th. It looks like it's going to be set in a position where, at least until we get the new set, hopefully the new set will change things. But Blurple is just way too good right now. But on to the match here. Now, I like being competitive, so I built a blue-purple control deck. You know, you can boo or hate or whatever. I won't blame you because it's like, oh, you're playing to the meta. You're just being unoriginal and I'm not gonna hate you for that. I don't really like doing this, but it's the most competitive thing right now, and I can choose to be original or competitive. And Dad, hey Dad, you want to be crazy? No? Okay. Not on YouTube. Blue-black control. I can choose to be original or I can choose to be competitive, and I'm choosing to be competitive. Now, Nick thinks he's starting to figure out what can beat blue-black control.
I'm still not 100%, but I've been working on...
He's working on something, and he thinks he's starting to figure it out. We will see. Now, speaking of which, Kevin did come up with a deck that beat 2 blue-black control decks today. It was some sort of fire, nature, dark thing. I don't have the list. Maybe CBH or Earth Power or one of them will see this video, and they can help fill in the missing information there.
Kevin has his own.
I know Kevin has his own channel, but I don't know what his channel is. So Kevin, if you're listening, feel free to link your channel too, because I don't know what it is. Sorry. But he had something good going on. But I've attempted my own version of red, green, black, and it didn't work for me. So I don't know, maybe it's the specific way it has to be built. But Nick has something I have a blue-black. We're going to see what happens here.
I have a very specific way of building decks. And I'm not even in the foreground.
Move up a bit. Not too much, though.
Yes, YouTube, I'm playing a Kaijudo match on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Playmat.
It's cool. Earlier today, I saw a match. I helped record a match for Kevin that was one person was using a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds mat.
Ew, 5Ds.
Yeah, and the other and Kevin himself was using a World of Warcraft mat.
At least I'm using a dad mat.
Dark Arm Dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore.
Dark Arm Dragon is a pretty broken card.
Maybe I'll go into a breakdown of certain cards in blue-black and what makes a blue-black afterwards.
A brew-brack?
What? Blue-black.
You almost
Blue-black.
got tongue-tied.
Don't go to sleep on me, computer.
That was quick. It went to
Yeah,
sleep already.
it went to sleep real fast, huh? There we go. I don't have my mat out. Not even sure where it is. It should be in here somewhere. Let's get the mat out real quick. Get that Spellgrounds, that poor, beat up, hated on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all beat up.
Looks like you folded it.
It was rolled up, but it got flattened in the backpack.
Interesting.
Let's roll it the other way and see if that'll work out the folds.
I'm trying to get my game in the picture as well.
I just knocked a Blast Forge Slaver off the table. That's fine. It's Blast Forge Slaver.
Yeah.
It's not part of the deck. It doesn't matter. There we go. Mat's out.
You got to die.
No, but we were flipping a coin.
Open my case. There's a whole bag of dice.
I'm nowhere near your case, Nip.
My case was there. Oh.
I got a coin in my pocket.
Yeah, I hate it.
12 on a 12-sided dice. No way I'm going first. Yeah, I'll roll the 4. No way I'm going first.
Alright.
You didn't even let me cut your deck.
I didn't?
No, you didn't.
Okay. I thought you did. That's why I said
Or did I? You know what? I probably did. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just go. Let's just go. I think I did. I probably did. And you know what? When the video gets reviewed later, I probably did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I did. The more I think about it.
And I think I just mixed my hand up with my shields. Oh well.
Oh well. Whatever.
Yeah, I mixed my hand up with my shields. Oh well. It wasn't a exciting hand anyway. Alright, I guess I'm going first.
Will they make more exciting shields? That's the question. Now Nick's playing a green-blue deck.
This is just green-blue. It was green-yellow.
My turn?
Didn't work, yeah. Yesterday, it was 50 cards. Today
Go.
it's 40.
Because it seems like 40-card decks are the way to go.
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 Okay.
Neither of us has a particularly exciting field.
Logos?
Alrighty. My turn?
Yeah.
Giga Stand.
Okay.
Go. I have to pull this back a little bit so that way we can get a better view of, give you room for your field when you start playing creatures. Return to soil. Oh, Bronze Arm Tribe. Alright.
And there goes the first King Neptus. Oh well.
My turn?
Yep.
Gloom Hollow.
Yep.
Giga Stand attacks for a shield. Discard a card.
Okay.
Discard a Veil Vortex. Alright,
With
your turn.
shield?
For shield. Your turn. Oh, snap. He's already at 6 mana. Now, are there any proxies in this deck?
One, it's a backwards card, and it's a Sabertooth.
Well, if you ever get around to playing it,
Just replace it with the one.
I have ones that I can give you, and we'll just swap it in when it shows up. Block with Scared.
Sure.
I mean, sure, ain't nothing you can do about it.
6
2, 3,
mana
4,
is
5.
amazing on turn 5.
Hydra Medusa.
Okay. I'm at 8 mana.
Attack Shield.
Okay. Go Vortex.
Alright. Your turn.
Now I don't have to worry about a hand discard right now.
I mean, you got a refi, so as long as you don't block with it, you don't have to worry about it either.
Let's see. That's 8. Let's see.
All right.
Go. I'm at 9 mana already, and it's turn 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Dark Scared Orbital, break that shield.
This one, okay.
Hydra Medusa attacks and breaks that shield.
Block.
Nope, guess not. Your turn. Kind of got you on the ropes here, Nick, even with your 9 mana.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. 9.
I wonder if a Cyberlord deck will work.
Pickleback?
You got the Sabertooth.
Well, I wish. Let's see.
2, 5, 7. Aw.
Bye-bye.
With shield?
Middle.
Go.
All right. We'll play mana. We'll do 4 for fumes.
Okay.
4
Perfumes.
Perfume.
for Screeching Scared Orbital.
Okay.
Prickling the Prickleback. Hydra Medusa will attack and destroy Bronze Arm Tribe. Your turn.
Okay. Why didn't you attack Seneschal?
Because Seneschal can't evolve. Unless you're playing Emperor Axon or, like, generated neurons out of nowhere. That I should be concerned about. Refi is kind of a pain. And Karate Carrot. Alright.
Alright.
With shield?
That's you.
Bone Braids.
Okay. Go.
3 for Aqua Seneschal.
Mm-hmm.
3 to evolve it into Emperor Axon. Now,
You
needless
mean
to
Neuron?
whatever. It's an Emperor. He's big and cool and shiny. It's Emperor Neuron. And unless those 2 shields are root traps, I think you just lost. Swing at shield.
This one?
Yep. Swing at shield.
Okay.
In game. That's game 1.
Yep.
I forgot that you were playing Veil Vortex in there too, and that my stuff was still susceptible to Return to Soul. I don't know if you're playing that though.
I think I am. I'm not sure.
You think you are?
I don't remember.
Maybe you should look real quick before we start the next game.
Well, no, I'm not playing Veil Vortex. Return to the Soil.
Why's that?
Because Veil Vortex hits more. Veil Vortex hits everything for the same amount of cost.
But it doesn't remove them.
I know. But I'm testing it right now.
It just bounces them.
But yeah, But because my hand and shields got switched up when I packed it back up to let you cut, Root Trap would have been in the shields. But I wouldn't have had 2 Veil Vortex in the shields either.
Either way, you would have lost.
Now, I find myself really I want to see a deck list for what Kevin built. Because so far, it's beaten 2 blue-black decks. But
It hasn't been.
that's the only thing
Christians.
that's the only thing I've seen to beat blue-black. Christian's was really weird. I tried building one very similar to his, and I didn't like it. It didn't work for me. But that's one of the cool things about Kaijudo, really, is that even in decks that are built very similarly, there are variations that are unique to players. Like if I wasn't thinking for myself for a bit there, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to try Christian's unique tech, and it may work for him, but it didn't work for me.
Well, you play differently than he does.
Yeah.
You don't think
He was
the
running-
same way he does.
He was running Gigabulver, and while I understand the reasoning behind it, it just doesn't work for me. Because then, like, on turn 6, you can 1-5 into a Hydra Medusa. But I just don't like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just didn't work for me. I tried it out, and it did not work for me.
48, 49, 50, that's 49.
Okay.
That's 48. I don't think 50, but I have 51.
Send a Shaw mana. Pass.
52.
Bone Blades and mana. Pass.
Okay. Karate Carrot and mana. Sprout.
Oh. Pickleback. Alright, my turn?
Yep.
Cyber Sprite and mana. Play Refi.
Okay.
Go.
Rasaka. That shield. Okay. Go.
Hydra Medusa and mana. 2 for Refi.
Okay.
Go.
So many cards.
I'm gonna put Refi in mana.
I have a bad feeling here.
Logos.
Oh, okay. Not as bad as I thought it was. Still potentially really bad.
Prickleback. Go.
That was Pickleback.
Prickle, pickle, same thing.
Fumes and mana.
He's a prickly pickle.
I'll play Screeching Scare Doorbell and destroy Prickleback.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Your turn.
Earth! I think I have 2 Earths. I do. I have 2 Earths.
King Neptus.
Alright.
Grrr!
Well then.
Pass turn.
I hate him.
Why?
Because I hate him.
Because once he's on board, he's staying there until he gets run over.
See. I hate him.
Another Hydra Medusa and mana. I can't believe I'm in this situation where I have to play. Drew all 3 of them. Back to back to back to back to back.
Razor Pine.
Fooms.
Fumez, eh?
Fooms.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to get rid of it, but I need to.
Go.
Luminar.
Makes me mad.
Now go with.
Makes me mad, too.
Hasn't been playing very well. And the computer went to sleep again. Alright.
It's tired, Sean. Will you back?
And there's the Sabertooth right there.
Alright. The Proxy Sabertooth.
What's a proxy saber too?
Pass turn.
Bonjour.
We'll go 1 for Cyber Sprite.
3
5
for
for
Dora.
Hydra Medusa. Kill that.
Okay.
Bump with that.
Okay. And that's all 3 Hydra Medusa.
Yes, it is.
No more
Sadly.
Hydra
Go.
Medusa. No more Hydra.
Nick might take a game.
Yeah, game.
When I get all 3 my Hydra Medusa by turn 6 and only have 1 bait card. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. My turn.
Yeah.
I forgot to go swat, 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 swat.
Whoosh rule. I have no idea how to pronounce that word.
For sure.
Dark Skirtabudabur.
They're skirtable, huh?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Go.
Dark skirtable.
Skirtabertaber. Badabadabada.
Squirt bear.
Squirt bear.
Yep. Let's see, I have 6 mana.
How does that even make sense?
Because he's a squirt bear. He's probably going to,
Hydro Medusa.
I would say root trap my dark scared adorable, actually.
Unfortunately, I don't have any more root traps in my hand. However,
I see one in mana, and I think you've played one on me at one point.
No,
Maybe not yet.
You pitched one.
Oh, okay. You pitched one. You were the one who picks.
Oh,
not me.
You made me pitch. Judo carrot.
Cutie cutie carrot.
Kitty kitty carrot.
My turn?
Yeah.
Kitty kitty carrot, huh? Here, kitty kitty kitty. Come on, bird, do it. Kitty kitty.
For those
kitty.
wondering, I picked this as a tech, so. But it works.
Logo scan.
What is attack? Kitty
Orchel.
carrot.
It's a 3-card tech.
3 logo scan.
Is it really a tech if it's 3 cards?
It can be.
I thought techs were
Go.
usually 1 card.
It's the only. I think it's the only card in the deck that's 5 mana. Scan.
Mm-hmm.
I do have 2.
Okay.
3.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
Veil.
Meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. You forgot I had Cyber Sprite, didn't
Actually,
you?
yes, I did. For some reason, I forgot Sprite was a
Blocker.
Blocker.
Yes, he is. Giga stand to mana.
Yep.
2 to replay Refi.
Mm-hmm.
4 to play Screeching. Rapids Lurker. We're Swirl.
Okay.
Cannot block.
You can break 3 shields.
Dark Scared Orbital is going to kill Karate Carrot, actually.
Okay. Block.
Can't block. I
Yeah,
just
that's
said
right.
you can't block.
Sorry. Alright. Goes to mana.
Yeah, I'm aware. Your turn.
Do, 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 do.
I knew I would have only been able to break 3 shields. Because Cyber Sprite can't attack.
That's
He's
why
a
I said-
blocker.
That's why I said 3. I was about to say 4, but I switched it to 3.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't
See,
notice
he
that.
did. He went 3. See?
To be honest, this looks like some sort of weird rush deck.
Not really a rush. It's
Some
more-
kind of aggro.
Yeah, I guess. Hmm.
Neptas.
Pass.
9. So I need 10 and 11.
Play Giga Stand and mana.
Keep it down as 10.
2 for Cyber Trader. Draw 1, discard 1. Discard the Aqua Seneschal. 1, 2, 3 for Logo Scan.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2. I'll tap 3 to play Scared Orbital of Gloom Hollow.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Confused as to why, but okay.
13.
Because you would let me take shields, and I don't want to give you any more cards. That's why.
14.
I'm being very careful here.
15.
Now, unfortunately, he's a level 5, so Gloom Hollow ain't
Gloom Hollow, yeah, well, you know, he can block anything else.
Yeah. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Veil Vortex.
My chump blocker! Cyber Sprite will chump him.
Yep. Pass. Now, I have no idea what's in shields because I've been drawing all of my shield blasts, actually. I've drawn 4 shield blasts. So,
1, 2, 3, 4. Rusalka, return Rapids Lurker to your hand.
okay.
And 4 to play Fumes.
Okay.
And then Dark Scared Orbital will kill King Neptus.
Okay.
Let's see. These two I just played. I still have 3 other guys that can attack. I think I'm going to go in. Screeching.
Okay.
Fumes. Cyber Trader. And you know what? Gloom Hollow. Go.
Oh, interesting set of shields.
I don't think you're in any position where you can win right now.
No, I'm not.
Actually, I could have totally set you up to put you in a position to win right now because I was very careless. But we'll see if you notice it. If you even have the cards for it.
He doesn't.
I don't. I could have stopped you, but you have too many attackers on board, and I have 1 attacker.
You have no evolutions?
No.
I do, but I can't play it.
You have no bait, really?
He doesn't have bait for it.
Wow. And this is game 2.
Yep.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales. Wish will. Wisha, 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 wishy. And Essence Elf. And Essence Elf. 4,000 power Aqua Seneschal, go! Kill Screeching, that's the biggest thing he can kill.
Yep. Pass.
Pit it, just that way I can swing with Dark Scared Orbital for game. So that's game 2.
Yep.
And that's a sweep. Like I was saying, blue-black control, it's just too good.
It's better late game than it is early game.
What is, blue-black?
Yeah.
It still has early game options, though. So
Not many.
I'm going to organize this out real quick because I want to do a quick deck profile while I got it out. It's not going to be anything too special. You know, everyone's seen blue-black control at this point, I'm sure. Christian had his own version of it. Everyone has their own version of it. But it's just such a powerful deck that it seems to always come out on top.
To be honest, I've never been a fan of control decks.
I liked control decks.
In any game, I hate control decks.
We suck the fun out of everything.
Nick, I think this is the only game that you've played that has control decks.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has control decks.
You don't play Yu-Gi-Oh!
No. I used to.
You don't, though. Alright. This is the downside of trying to do this right after having just played the deck. Hey, boo.
And then the downside of playing right after you do that is having to shuffle for days.
Oh yeah, something like that. This. Alright, so blue-black control. As blue-black control, this is my build of it. There are certain things about it that other players may do differently, but in this case, this is my version. It's like probably the top, like maybe not my specific build of it, but blue-black in general is the top scoring deck in the meta right now. I'm a little bothered by that because there is yet to be a deck. Kevin built something. We'll see how that works in long-term play. I'd like to try against it again, see its layout, try to find out why it counters blue-black control, if it can counter it consistently. The thing I'd thrown together on the spot at Kings was kind of iffy and too busy trying to be Christian, but too busy trying to be CVH. This is my unique build. I realize that trying to be CVH doesn't work when because every player has their own unique style. Trying to play to his style doesn't really suit me. So we're just going to go in with 3 Terrapit. I'll lower this a bit more. I don't know how well that works. 3 Terrapit. 3 Bone Blades. Standard for darkness. You play dark, you play these at 3 each. It's just, it's what you do. These cards are too good. Bone Blades, Terra Pit. Enough said. Set of Fumes for discard. Good card. Set of Gigastan. Also discard and Chimera Bait. 2 Screeching for more Chimera Bait. 3 Gloom Hollow for more Chimera Bait. And naturally, with all that Chimera Bait, we got 3 Hydro Medusa. This card is broken right now. I can't believe how powerful this card is. Now, as I said to our friend Nathan the other day, the best way to determine, in my opinion, the best way to determine the value of an effect on a creature is to find the spell equivalent of that effect, and then subtract that cost from the creature, and then the value for the amount of strength on that body kind of tells you how good that card is. So Hydra Medusa, pick 1 creature in the battle zone, banish it. It's gone. That's Terra Pit with a body. Now he's 5 mana for 5,000 power. Terra Pit is 7 mana. You subtract Terra Pit's cost from Hydra Medusa, you've got -2 mana for a 5,000 power body. That's like saying you play him with 5,000 power and you've got 2 more mana to play with.
Yeah. But
he's insanely
not really much to play with in what?
Nick, just having 2 more mana to play with. But that's the idea here, that you're getting more mana to drop a 5,000 power body, essentially. It's like playing Terra Pit and Hydra Medusa at the same time, but getting 2 mana for free. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This card's overpowered. Really good. And as if I needed more Chimeras. 2 Dark Scared Orbital. Great at changing momentum with his ability to instantly break a shield when he comes into play. 6,000 power Double Breaker. Best Darkness Finisher. It's kind of funny that the best Darkness Finisher does not come out of a booster pack. You can only get him out of a theme deck. I gotta say that I think it's really clever that what Wizards has been doing is that theme decks have unique super rares, where that's the only place to get them. It's a great way to encourage people to buy the decks. But yeah, 2 Dark Scared Orbital. That's it for Darkness. Moving on to Water. I have 2 Refi, just because all my other blockers are Barrage weak. Refi is cheap enough where I can play him without having to dig too deep into my mana, and he dodges Barrage, and he doesn't trade with Aqua Seneschal, and he's just better in the early game than most of my other blockers, so he's here for that at 2. 2 Rusalka, because they're a body they're Veil Vortex with a body. So in that respect, they're a 0 for 1,000 power body. Not as amazing as Hydra Medusa, but still very respectable. Next,
I plan on replacing one of my Veil Vortexes with a 3rd Recycle.
3 Logo Scan and 3 Aqua Seneschal. This is my standard draw engine for control. My standard draw engine for Water. Just Logo Scan is really good. Aqua Seneschal is really good. Aqua Seneschal is also Cyberlord bait. Also got 3 Cyber Sprite for Cyberlord bait. And 2 Cyber Trader. Cyber Trader is also a good cheap early guy that can help me dig through for cards really quickly if I really need to. And naturally, got all these Cyber Lords. I'm running 2 Emperor Neuron. This guy's really good. More draw power, unblockable, 5,000 power body. His effect is the same thing as Aqua Seneschal's, but he's 3,000 power stronger, and he's unblockable. He's really good. Also, probably the most valuable card out of Evo Fury, and I happen to be lucky enough to have 2 of them.
One of them you got from me.
1 in a trade, 1 out of a box. I think I have that box opening video on my channel. Pulled 1 Emperor Neuron. It was out of my very first pack. Haven't pulled another one since. But that's Emperor Neuron. He's really good. I'm running 2 of. This is kind of a tech card. I've seen Christian play it, and it works for me. I've used it in Amber in a Blurple mirror match, and it took me a game. And that's King Neptus. Being untargetable makes him... He's 5 for 5, and he can't be targeted by spells or creature abilities. And that makes him really difficult to get rid of. The only way to kill him is direct battle. And because Blurple is so popular right now, typically the only cards that are going to be able to do that are Emperor Neuron. People would rather not trade if they can avoid it. Hydra Medusa, who can't use its effect on him, they have to trade.
You're talking about Neptus?
Neptus. Nick runs 3 copies in his deck. And Dark Scare Adorable, which is a slower card because he's at 6 mana. But Hydra Medusa, Dark Scare Adorable can swing over him, whereas the other ones can only trade. I have him as a tech of 1. He's great if you're going to finish the game, though, because, like, for example, the situation where I won with him, I had Dark Scare Adorable and King Neptus in field, and Amber had 2 shields with no blockers. That is a guaranteed win situation unless they're playing Stormspark Blast, and most people don't because Light's really unpopular right now. I can understand why, because Light hasn't been getting a whole lot out of these sets lately.
No, but with the
Nature got a whole lot out of this set. Dark and Water got a whole lot out. Dark got a hell of a lot out of this set.
Yeah, hopefully they balance that out.
Yeah.
With the next set.
Nature got a bit of a much needed life injection with this last set with Reap and Sow and Bronze Arm Sabretooth. Darkness, though. Darkness got a big buff out of Rise with Razor Kinder Puppet. And it got a huge buff out of this set
I'm hoping
with
the next set that they
Dark Scare Adorable.
bring out more light support.
And really, it's the whole Chimera engine. You got Gigastan, who's just a nasty little monster because he makes them discard whenever he attacks. If your opponent isn't fast enough to get rid of them, he can get rid of so many cards. And it's just so frustrating to deal with. Scareable of Gloom Hollow, the ultimate chump blocker. And then he can still attack, whereas most Darkness blockers, they have the punishment of if they...
Dying.
Yeah, I have more of him. We'll talk about that when I'm done with the video. Scared Orbital of Gloom Hollow. He's the ultimate chump blocker. Can stop most anything. He stops everything level 4 or less without dying.
Trying to make a mega bug in.
And then he can attack and not die. Whereas most every single darkness blocker either dies when it blocks or dies when it attacks. That happens in neither case with Scared Orbital of Gloom Hollow. He's just way too good. Way too good. And then you've got Screeching Scared Orbital, who's also who's like a 2-pronged attack. He's got his ability to banish target creature that is level 2 or less. So that's the Essence Elf, that's the Refi, that's the Cyber Trader, that's the Cyber Sprite, that's Prickleback, that's Moonhowler Tribe. That's so many cards that he can hit. And then, if the creature that he's targeting is not level 2 or less, and it's a higher level,
Do you have a launcher Opus?
it can't block. And that's a great way, like they have a big blocker on field, say Frog Zuka, or as you saw, I think I may not have used it on you. I used it in a match earlier today where I stopped someone from blocking with Star Lantern with Screeching Scared Orbital. Yeah. It's just so good. And then you got Dark Scared Orbital who breaks the shield no matter what. And then Hydra Medusa to top it all off, who's a Terra Pit with a 5,000 power body. This deck is ridiculous.
Hopefully with the next set they come out with countermeasures.
Yeah, I feel like we've got Kevin's.
I feel like we do have
Kevin
countermeasures. It's just hard to
Kevin has a deck that he's built that has beaten 2 blue-black control decks today. We'll see if that continues to win consistently. Maybe he was lucky. Maybe the deck's that good. But it's a really strange build. I built a red-green-black of my own, and it did terrible. It did absolutely terrible. So I don't know what his build is exactly. He was playing... All I know is that he was playing both Barrage and Tendril Grasp, which was a little weird to me. Like, in my case, it's always been one or the other. I would never play both.
I need a launcher
Because they never hit the big stuff. But I don't know, maybe the thing is that it's an anti-meta deck. And I'm thinking in a situation where it's not facing this, it's going to do
horrible.
Absolutely horrible. It'll beat Rush, definitely. I think he had like 3 Tendril Grasp and 3 Barrage. And against a Rush deck, that's going to like completely destroy. But in an aggro deck, I don't know. I don't know, because I only saw it play against a 5 civ deck, which was kind of weird, and 2 blue-black controls. But
Yeah.
Kevin, if you're listening to this, I would love if you would do a deck list and explain your thinking behind that whole deck, because that's the only thing I've seen beat blue-black. And blue-black is such a good deck right now. It's dominating the meta. We had 3 blue-blacks in top 4 today. I can't stress this enough, how good this deck is. Not even my specific build, just the general concept in general of blue-black control with Hydra Medusa is insane. Insane. I don't get this at all. I'm upset. I need to calm down.
I just refuse to play the most common decks. I refuse. I don't care how good they are.
That's why you lose all the time.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm playing a deck I like.
Alright. That's it, everybody. I think we're done with this for now. Just I've can't stress enough how good blue-black control is, and I hope that very soon, especially with this new set coming out, that we're going to see measures to make other decks on par with blue-black.
I'd like to see.
I want to see Kevin's deck list, because that's the only thing I've seen sweep blue-black control. So that's everything I have to say right now.
To see light support.
Light needs more support, but we'll talk about that some other time. That's all for now. Kaijudo Duel Masters, duel on. We'll see you later.